For the theory and technology of measurement of fire protection works. Now, in the measurement of fire protection works, we will combine the quantification of fire protection with the telecommunication work, so that our practical number 6 will focus on the measurement of telecommunication work of a equipment room, then together with the combination of the quantification of the fire protection work on such equipment room. Okay? Therefore, in your practical, this requirement by the new rules of measurement, volume 2, will be discussed again. Okay, but today I will be discussing the work breakdown description on what will be the basis in the measurement of fire protection work. Then after that, the form of measurement will be discussed later in the practical, as well as other concerns given in each column as basis of our quantification. Okay? Therefore, in this case, this is the standard requirement for the RICS new rules of measurement. Then, for the introduction of the theory in the measurement of fire protection work. Fire protection refers to measures taken to prevent fire from becoming destructive, as shown here on a telecom equipment room. Okay, maybe more than that will happen if we have not considered the fire protection and its prevention. Then also, we are to include in the quantification a certain amount in order that we are to reduce the impact of uncontrolled fire. And the main purpose is to save lives and property. Okay? Therefore, the responsibility in fire protection and prevention relies on every individual who is present on a given facility. Okay? Even if you are complete with resources, equipment, firefighting knowledge, if you do not react, then it will be not applicable or not functional or not effective. It is important that you yourself will be the one responding and will be contributing to the function of your fire protection. Okay? As you can see, even if these firefighters have their good firefighting equipment, if they are late in coming because you have not responded, even if they are, shall we say, they are not delayed, in coming, but you have not, shall we say, responded to the alarms, okay, to the initial first aid of fire protection or firefighting, then maybe the damage is already done before they will be responding. Okay? Therefore, in this case, you must be the first to respond to the fire. Then how will it be? Therefore, fire protection is an everyday action. Then even in our homes, okay, or in the offices, we are reminded of a daily checklist on what to do. Shall we say you are the safety officer or the one in charge for the safety of your company, you must see to it that you review all the checklists before you commence your work, that you have all the safety precaution, including the fire, that you have performed or have required or have implemented. Then also you have the monthly checklist and the other important items. Meaning that daily, if you commence your work as an employee or as a manager, according to your job description, fire protection is an everyday action. Then we have a series of checklists. Then the fire regulation enforced must be implemented in the industrial, commercial, residential, public spaces, and transportation systems. Therefore, our municipality, who is in charge with the fire, are working hand in hand with the industrial companies, with the commercial companies, just to meet the standards that whenever there will be an occurrence or maybe a prevention, should be done a passive prevention before the fire will occur. Therefore, all the preparation have already been prepared. Okay, we will not wait for the fire to occur, and the passive preparation will be done. Therefore, they are working hand in hand. Okay, just to provide you the adequate resources so that we will eliminate the disaster to happen caused by fire. And not only the resources that they have prepared, okay, they are also busy educating and then conducting fire drills. Okay, our leaders in the fire department, okay, are roaming around and then educating citizens on how to prevent and protect every facility from fire, and also inform industrial and commercial establishment of the compliance. They are checking if it is really safe when if the fire will occur on every establishment or businesses. Okay, they are conducting seminars, information drive, maybe they are talking in the media to raise awareness about fire protection. Then implementation of fire protection will involve the safety planning practices and drills that will include study and education on fire, as I have said earlier, research. Therefore, the recent research shows that modern homes burn faster than commercial and industrial facilities. Why? Because industrial and commercial facilities have complied to install sprinkler systems, and they have also firefighting brigade or firefighting group to respond before the fire department will come. Okay? While in homes, we are only responsible for a single family maybe to respond to the fire, or your helper. Okay? Then also in research, sometimes the benefits of behavioral research to fire service, even our fire department, have ongoing their continuing professional development just to serve you better. Okay, they are having research on whatever measures and safety that they will be serving you, so that you will be only on the safe place in using every facility here in Moscow. Then investigation is related to monitoring also. Okay, to monitor whether the fire installation, fire appliances are still within its serviceable function. Sometimes fire extinguishment are already expired. Therefore, it will be shown in the checklist that the date of the expiration of every fire appliances is on that date. Therefore, they will recommend to replace it so that it will be functional. if it will be utilized during fire occurrence. Then in building construction, if you are involved in the construction industry later, then the building is still ongoing. Therefore, our prevention there is to post escape signs and direction. Okay, so that it is not still functioning, it is under construction. Therefore, for your manpower and staff just to vacate the building safely, then there must have directional signs, okay, to go for the evacuation in a safe place. And also for the first aid treatment or firefighting, then maybe there is a sign that there is an existence of a fire extinguisher on that area. Therefore, it can be seen that through a signage that there is a fire extinguisher installation in that area, so that they can pick it up anytime and then put off the fire. In building construction, safe operations and training. Okay? Because you are the first person to notice the fire, then you must also be eligible in the operation of just a simple fire extinguisher. Okay? Then not only the operation of the fire extinguisher, you must determine from your building services, you are taught of what type of fire extinguisher that you are using. Is it for water? Is it a water fire extinguisher? A foam? A powder? A carbon dioxide? Okay, well, it is specified for its intended use. As in building services, you are taught of that fire extinguishers cannot be used in electrical fires. Okay, and so on and so forth. Okay, you have learned this already in your building services. In testing or mitigating system, this, of course, in an industrial or commercial facility, okay, where there is fireproof drills, okay, or maybe fire alarms should be tested, then hydrants, and then the motor. It must undergo inspection, testing, and maintenance. Then factors to learn in the study of fire protection. Therefore, you have studied this already in your services too. What are the causes of fire? As I have taught you in the fire triangle. Okay. Then the fire extinguishing techniques. I already given this to you in building services too. The detection by using smoke detectors and heat detectors, extinguishing equipment. You are already informed of the type of fire extinguisher in a certain application. And then the rules and regulations related to building construction. Therefore, these are safety and safety rules and procedures. Then two methods of firefighting. The active fire protection are the equipment, okay, for manual or automatic detection of fire, the fire and smoke alarms, the firefighting, and the first aid using the fire extinguishers. Okay, this is already used or utilized if the fire will occur. This is the active fire protection. But for passive, this will be your role as a quantity surveyor to prepare for the passive fire protection. Because this involves design of building and infrastructure using fire resistance material in construction, provision of isolating fire, provision of firewalls and fire doors, smoke doors, training of firefighting signage, markings, and evacuation of building in case of fire. As I have said to you previously, if it is your building is under construction, then you must place signages for directional purposes. Therefore, as quantity surveyor, you must be aware also that the market revenues in providing the passive fire protection in your proposed construction the use of cementitious materials is more. Okay? Then it is seconded by fireproofing cladding. Then third is the intumescent coatings. Intumescent means that it is a characteristic of a paint material that whenever it is heated, it will expand away from the material. Okay, it will expand, then it will melt and cover the openings. So we say this is the wall, and your paint is an intumescent material, intumescent coating. It will expand in the heat, and then will cover the possible opening so that it will seal the fire or stop the fire. Okay? Therefore, it is the third material recommended by US designers under fire protection. That is the implementation of passive fire protection. While active is already implementing your measures in the existence of fire, actual existence of fire, but in passive, it is control and prevention. Okay, therefore it will come from your recommendation. Then fixed permanent equipment consists of fixed pipes, the sprinkler system, hose reel system, and the dry or wet riser system were already discussed to you in your building services too. We will not discuss it again here. You have learned this already in your other course. Fire protection items or work to be measured. Okay? Therefore, these items to be measured are already stated in the RICS NRM2 for detailed measurement. Therefore, this is the description of the item that we will measure. Insulated boards and insulated sheets. What are these? These are types of insulated boards. Sometimes it is on a black type, or sometimes it is in a board type. So to say this is made of cementitious material, then this is also an insulated board. Okay, because it is made of cement. Okay. Then insulated sheets. It is placed in between the partitions. Then insulated kilts. Maybe it will be placed in window openings or in movable partitions to qualify as insulated loose materials. The next, sprayed insulation. Therefore, maybe inside this double wall, we do not know, it is sprayed. Okay, by a fire protection insulation. Then, filling cavities. Okay, injecting cavities. Because in every opening, we must seal it because it will, maybe the fire will pass through it. Okay, we must protect every wall that there will be no leakage as a possible access of the fire from the other room or other facility. Therefore, in this cavity, this was taught to you before by Mr. Ahmed Al-Maruki in measurement 1. Okay, where you are given a measurement of a substructure with a brick wall, as exterior insulation, and a black wall as interior insulation. As I have said, brick wall as exterior, black wall as exterior, and then you compute for the cavity installation. Sometimes the cavity installation below is made of concrete or cement. If it is in the ground surface, below the ground surface level. But if it is above the ground surface, maybe it is provided with insulation. And a void to prevent moisture from transferring from one wall to another, from the exterior side going to the interior portion of your wall structure. Okay, because if water will seep in without void, maybe it will seep in to the interior blocks. Because blocks construction here in GCC is not filled with masonry. It is hollow. Therefore, if the water will seep in, therefore maybe the water will stay in the hollow block inside, then it will damage the interior paint of your facility. Okay, or maybe it will seep into the electrical outlets. Okay, then it will create a short circuit. Is there any question? Therefore, these cavities and the wall structure, you have already measured this in measurement 1 from Mr. Ahmed Almaro. If you are here in HCT, okay, you took your measurement 1 here in HCT. Then, fire stop. Okay, in your notes, fire stop. This type of facility has no fire stop installation. Therefore, the characteristic of the pipe is to go up to look for oxygen. Okay, therefore, in this example, the fire, if there will be no fire stop installation, it will rise to the ceiling and to look for oxygen and then burn whatever combustible material that it can be burned. Okay, therefore there will be a spread of fire. Therefore, for the fire stop function, it must be installed in between the cavities or within the cavities, in between the walls. Therefore, the blue figure here, image, is the fire stop, so that it will not let the fire to escape. Therefore, if there will be no oxygen that the fire will consume, then it will just put off on itself. Okay, because it is in a vacuum state. Therefore, this is used to seal openings and joints, okay, in fire-resistant rated wall or floor assemblies, meaning this is the wall and this is the floor assembly. This is the second, this is the first floor, this is the ground floor. Okay, this is the function of the fire stop. Then, fire stop is also utilized for penetrating cables called as multi-cable transit, where if the cable passes through from one telecom room to the workstation room, then it maybe have an opening that the fire will be passing through. Therefore, the fire stop can be applied also in multi-cable transit. Okay? Therefore, if this fire stop will be heated, it will just melt and then plug the opening. But it will not let the fire from transferring from one room to another. Okay, the next. Therefore, this is the combined fire stopping and pipe insulation. If you have pipe insulation, where the electrical or the electronic wires are passing, therefore it is installed by a fire sleeve and then a fire stop around it, sealed by fire stop. Therefore, in your notes, types of building services opening for fire stop installation, it should be installed in electrical, mechanical, structural, and unpenetrated openings, as shown in these images. Okay, in every partition, we must provide a fire stop. Then also, control or sway joint for fire resistance rated wall in every wall that connects two rooms and then the floor. Then the edge also must be sealed by a fire stop in the head of the wall and in the floor. Where the possible, if we say sway, that is the joints of the wall with respect to the floor and to the head of wall. Maybe because it is the structural components connection from each other. That will meaning that they are not monolithic. If they are concrete, then maybe it has a less possibility that the fire will pass through. But if it is only light partitions, as it is said here, non-load bearing wall assemblies, meaning that these are partitions because it is non-bearing. Isolated fire slips are made up of a unique combination of stone, wood, wool, and graphite intumescent. I already discussed what is the definition of intumescent. And then they both provide thermal and fire insulation. Therefore, this is the image of an insulated fire slip. Okay, that will be placed in the middle of your partition. Okay, in the filling of cavities. Then, the benefits of insulated fire slip, it provides up to 2 hours of fire resistance. It maintains pipe insulation at penetration forward. It also supplied with integral vapor barrier. No mastic. If we say mastic, it is as if that it is a paste or a gum. Or ancillary is required because it is already a set. If you are installing a fire slip, okay, it is already there. The existence of a mastic and ancillary. Then, excellent thermal and acoustic insulation. That's why it can resist the change in temperature up to 2 hours. Therefore, it is excellent. If it cannot pass through the heat, the same as it will not let sound to pass through also. Acoustic refers to the sound. Fire slip insulation technical information that we will be using later in our practical measurement. The length, internal diameter, the standards that we will be using, British Standards EN 14303 or ISO 14001, version 2004. The fire resistance, as I have already stated, is up to 2 hours. Then the operating temperature, the boiling point of water is 100 degrees centigrade, then it can resist until 180 degrees centigrade. Then the thickness is from 25 for a fire slip going to 100 mm. Therefore, these are all the theory behind the installation and the measurement of a fire protection work. Is there any question? Therefore, it is only a short